I am an airport line delay at some cases. But other than that, I am more alike than you might think. Although I can never find my name souvenir in the souvenir shop. That is the big difference that we might have. But other than that, I have the same dreams and I am an Indian, Muslim, American citizen. I pay my taxes, I abide by the laws, and I am as peace-loving as the next person out there. So, with that, so very important. And I can prove it to you in the next 60 seconds why is dialogue important. So what I want to do is on your table, every other person, please. Secondly, by buying the handicraft items and the candles and the hand paintings made by hand by our local students. So, and the books. So, every dollar raised through the sale of the handicrafts and the books and the paintings will be used for the amazing efforts that our program supports, that our organization supports, and especially for the Pakistan flood relief. So please open your hearts and open your wallets and make sure you are doing that.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قولوا آمنا بالله وما أنزل إلينا وما أنزل إلى إبراهيم وإسحاق ويعقوب والأسباط وما أوتي موسى وعيسى وما أوتي النبيون من ربهم لا نفرق بين أحد منهم ونحن له مسلمون صدق الله العظيم. Peace be upon him, and to Ishmael, peace be upon him, to Isaac, peace be upon him, and to Jacob, peace be upon him, and to the descendants. And what was given to Moses, peace be upon him, and what was given to Jesus, peace be upon him, and what was given to the prophets of their Lord, and we make no distinction between any of them, and we submit to him, the Allah, the Lord Almighty. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us and to keep us in the straight path. Ameen.
To invite, hopefully you guys can still hear me in the back, Dr. Seema, the founder and president for All4one, United We Stand non-profit organization, to give a welcome address. This organization is a result of her vision, and we won't be here today if it wasn't for her hard work and dedication to the humanitarian causes. She is a doctor by profession and a philanthropist by passion. Besides being a doctor, she's a wife, mother, daughter, sister, and also a member of the Dutchess Human Rights Commission. Let's welcome her with a huge round of applause, Dr. Rizvi.
So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, in the name of Allah, God, most merciful, most gracious. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you all. Good afternoon. Respected Mayor Rob Rollison, Legislator Yvette Valdez-Smith from Fishkill, Councilman Anil Bepan, Nidra Thompson, a Council Member 7th Ward, and Duchess Commission on Human Rights. I believe Jody Miller is going to be here, but Jenna is one of the members who is here. And also John McKenna is here, representing Interfaith, and BOCE's Superintendent Jason Shedrick, and BOCE's Wappington Central School District John Lumia, and Vice President Arlington Schools Scott Broglia. Children, ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful All4one community, all for one, one for all, united we stand, divided we fall. Before I start, let's have a moment of silence for the victims of war all over the world and natural calamity right now right in Pakistan. Okay. I'm very honored and privileged to announce All4one first annual gala. I have no words to say how grateful I am to see my beautiful All4one community physically after 2 years of pandemic. Today in this gathering, I'm seeing so much enthusiasm and compassion I saw in 2016. First time I did the event in the Al-Nur Mosque. If we look at the history of All4one, it originated as an American Muslim platform. It started as a seed of solidarity in 2016 and that grew in a plant that has now established root as 501(c)(3) non-profit organization. And it only happened with the support and collective action of compassionate people like you and civic leaders standing together for solidarity, peace, tolerance, and kindness. All4one last event was on 14th May 2022. That's the time we started to see COVID-19 pandemic peak. During the spring of 2020 New York State lockdown, pandemic experience was very painful, heartbreaking, traumatic experience for all of us, especially healthcare people and myself as a geriatric physician working in the nursing home with high mortality. I remember at the beginning of pandemic, we didn't have the resources we need like PPE, which is the ones to die without seeing their families. And I remember their families are meeting through the windows. I remember holding the hand of a 55-year-old COVID positive cancer patient. I saw her in her last moment. No one else was in her room. There was agony on her face. So I just held her hand for 5 minutes. And at that time I saw her facial agony was gone. She was scared of dying alone at that time. Someone holding her hand comforted her to die peacefully. I remember having a stressful day driving, feeling as if I was in the haunted ghost town. I didn't realize I was speeding. The cops approached me and said, "Be kind." I said, "Be kind to me." Both cops said, "Thanks, doc, for what you are doing for us." I remember every evening I had to isolate myself for my family's safety. During our religious holiday Eid, we greet each other by hugging. And that's the way I felt so removed from emotional touch, unable to hug my daughter for more than 4 months. This pandemic all over the world showed how fragile and vulnerable life is. As I remember and reflect on the history of All4one role during pandemic, I am deeply appreciative of the accomplishment we have collectively able to achieve. Officials, they all join hands with All4one to provide food to the family, one community, one humanity with positive energy. An informed and unified community is the best defense against hate. All4one refugee resettlement effort is one of the important components of All4one. It is still ongoing. Earlier we had 200 families in Schenectady and Albany. This year, due to the influx of 201 refugees family in Schenectady, Islamic Center of Capital District needed help. So All4one drove to give them a household supplies for 50 families, including monetary help for the food pantry. At present, working with Harv Holovitz, Afghan Refugee Circle, he's here, he's also going to talk about it. And we are also helping with the medical issues. All4one has been doing student panel discussion on diversity and inclusion since 2016. Through this panel, we work together to address issues of anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, bigotry, hatred, and racism and discrimination in all its forms. We also promote mutual understanding, civic engagement through student and community panel forms. We have organized student panel discussion to foster respect for each other in several Dutchess County schools. In future, All4one have a plan to continue doing the school forum. Our nation is increasingly polarized and divided. It used to be a nation that welcomed migrants with open arms. Hate crimes happens because of fear and ignorance, which we can overcome with education, cultural exchange, understanding, racism in collaboration with African American clergy, Jewish Federation, and All4one, and also the law enforcement. We are honored to be working in collaboration for this good cause. Unfortunately, at a time of COVID-19 pandemic, we saw a rise in anti-Asian American hate crimes. Now we have a COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act. All4one Ramadan Solidarity event, first time in the history we did in the mentioned park P2C. We fed 200 homeless people. Mayor Rollison, you were here and he attended the event. Thank you for attending the event. And he learned about in detail what is the holy month Ramzan means to Muslims. Interfaith, John McKenna is here. So Interfaith, Commission on Human Rights, elected official, law enforcement, Deputy Commissioner Ken Rowan, he was also there with his other law enforcement people, and Muslim community, including diverse community, attended the event. It was a great 2022 Community Spirit Award. Thank you, Interfaith. All4one works on humanitarian causes, helps locally in US and globally also. And present All4one is collecting donation for flood in Pakistan, which is an international disaster. More than 30 million people are displaced and looking for help. MHIA, Mid-Hudson Islamic Association, also did a big clothing drive. Diverse community also joined in this great effort. And MHIA president, the member is sitting here, Zubair Soha, is going to join us later. This huge gathering of diverse group of people is a great example of circle of compassion, solidarity, inclusiveness, and humanity. I will end up my speech with All4one vision. I believe in solidarity, kindness, love, and tolerance. I stand for change and inclusiveness. I stand for adversity and human suffering. I stand for bridging differences. One nation God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May God bless you all. May God bless America.
Yay! Good job.
Thank you.